Hi, we are going to the next stanza. Um, we have discussed how he calls all the people, the politicians, and the writers and critics. Um, so the times they are changing because it's a time they are changing. Everybody is changing. Changing is taken from an old form of English usage where a is used to intensify the emotion, intensify the action. So the change is happening in a very intensified fashion. It is changing so fast and it is very visible. So to show that intensity, he is using this word changing. I forgot to tell this in the previous classes. So today we are discussing the next stanza where he calls all the mothers and fathers, parents. So look at the lines. Come, mothers and fathers throughout the land, and don't criticize what you can't understand. Your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one. If you can't lend your hand, for the times they are changing. So come, he's calling. Come, mothers and fathers, all the parents. He's calling all the parents because throughout the land, all we know America is a land of so many states, 54 states united together. So he is calling all the parents of all the states throughout the land to come and unite to help the children, the youngsters, because every time the youth, every time the older generation blames the younger generation, and they tell that younger generation are always wrong, they are not responsible, they are you know not duty bound, they are careless, they are lazy. Always younger generation are at the end of blame. But when you look at the incidents where the society needed help, younger generation are always there to help. During flood, during COVID, we have seen the youth participating in all kinds of necessary um, help, um, lending their hands to the authority. So youth is always there, but when they want for a change, when they dissent, when they go for strike, when they go for revolutionary changes, their parents will not allow them. They want their children to be safe and secure inside their houses, and sometimes they do not support the ideas of the youth. They have, because they have so many religious beliefs, they have so many superstitions, they have so many traditions upon their shoulders to follow. They're not ready to give up their beliefs. They always believe that they are right. They never accept the change, they never accept the youth in the same manner. So what happens? Come, mothers and fathers throughout the land, and don't criticize. What he is telling to them? Not to criticize. Don't criticize what you can't understand. So the change, and for what they are working, that if those will understand, those parents who are understanding the cause of the action, they will of course help them, they will of course help the children. But those who do not understand the cause, it is for a good cause, it is for a good reason that they are going to fight, they are dissenting the government, they are they're in the process of a change. So the younger generation want an integrated nation. They want everybody equal. They want the war to end. They want a peaceful land. But there were these people, there were older people who really wanted this discrimination to be continued, black and white discrimination. Still, we are seeing how blacks are treated in America. Recently, also blacks have been killed. So you can imagine how it might have been during 1960s. So the last group of people that Dylan addresses consists of parents. He is calling parents, and he is telling that children are the assets of future. They are the makers of future. So since times are changing, parents don't really have a say in criticizing what they don't understand. If you don't understand what your children are doing, don't criticize them, because it is your fault that you are not understanding what they are doing. Says that parents should not attempt to send their children on the path of dusty, aging, old road, for their lives are, unpaved, paved. So don't criticize what you can't understand. Your sons, your daughters are beyond your command. So your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. You cannot control them. You cannot restrict them of what they are doing, because they are the liberated youth. They know what they are doing. If you try to control them, they will not listen you. They will just follow what is right for them. So what you can't understand, your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. They have grown so much so that they understand the situation of the country, and they really wish for a beautiful, peaceful, integrated nation where equality prevails. So it is, the blame is with you. If you are not helping them, it is your fault. You are to be blamed. So your old road is rapidly aging. It is your old road. What is old road? The way in which they lived, their generation lived. So this is future generation, and they are, of course, all the time the future generation uh, are advanced. They know better than the older generation. So all new education, all new information, all new technologies happen uh, with younger generation. So old knowledge and old beliefs, old lifestyle, old traditions have to be changed. Your old road is rapidly aging. Your road is, നിങ്ങളൊക്കെ വയസ്സായി, നിങ്ങൾ റോഡൊക്കെ, the road represents their life, the way they lived their lives. So life is always considered, if you consider life as a road, so old road is always broken, not informed. So it is best if you allow them to participate without obstructing their ways. If you obstruct, they are not going to, anyway, if they are not going to obey you, because they are beyond your command. അവിടെ നിൽക്ക് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ നിൽക്കുന്നത് ചെറിയ കുട്ടികളാണ്. They have grown up. They have their own opinions. They have their own individuality. They can decide what to do. So it's very controversial due to the argument that parents want what is best for their children, and sometimes their best is different from that of the children. Always it is told that parents are always right. They want your best. Parents want children's best, but sometimes they're wrong. Such an incident like this, when everybody is participating for a good cause, if a free land to come, if parents are restricting, it is wrong. They are doing wrong. So when they do wrong, there must be this bravery for us to say that you are wrong. So he may be addressing the parents who hinder the decision making process of their children, really stand in the way of the future. He is considering such parents like obstructions, hindrances to the good future, uh, which their children are part of. So, if you can't lend your hand, please get out of the new one. If you can't lend your hand, if you lend your hand means if you can't help, if you cannot help, please get out of the way. നിങ്ങളൊന്ന് വഴി മാറി കൊടുക്ക്, because your age is over. നിങ്ങളുടെ കാലമൊക്കെ കഴിഞ്ഞു. സോ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഈ അവരെ കൂടെ പോകാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ലെങ്കിൽ you better step out of the way. നിങ്ങൾ ആ വഴി മാറി കൊടുക്കുന്നതായിരിക്കും നന്നാവുക. So every children has dreams and aspirations, and every time that a parent stands directly in the way of a dream, the future grows less bright, right? So if you are obstructing their way, and it is a very good reason that they are in the fight, so it is better you help them. If you cannot help them, please get out of their way. They are the future generation, so they know how to make it. So when they decide something, please don't be an obstruction. അവരെ വഴിയിൽ തടസ്സമായിട്ട് നിൽക്കാതെ ഒന്ന് മാറിക്കൊടുക്കാൻ. So he is calling all the parents of America to understand the situation, to help their children to go with the fight. So he is leaving nobody. He is calling all the people of America to be a part of this civil rights movement, where they can have a beautiful world in future, beautiful America in future. I think we will go to the last stanza, then we will finish it. So this is the final stanza, where he is telling that change has occurred. The fight has begun and the line is drawn by the youth. So what has this youth done? That is discussed here. The line it is drawn, the curse it is cast, the slow one now will later be last fast, as the parent now as the present now will later be past. The order is rapidly fading, and the first one now will later be last, for the times they are changing. So the line it is drawn, the change has already done. It has already happened. The fight has begun, and the line is drawn by the youth. He already told parents to move way for the future generation, the youth, if they are not going with them. So if you go or you do not go, the change will occur. The line it is drawn. They have started the change. They have drawn the line of change. They are a part of it. They have drawn this line of change. The curse it is cast. The curse of past will be overthrown. So this already it is done. The change is already happened. So if it is a curse, the result will be there. So he represents the past. If it is the past must be changed with the youth drawing this line. So the line, the cast it is the curse it is cast means that it cannot be taken back. അങ്ങനെയല്ലേ നമ്മൾ കേഴ്സ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എന്താ? ശപിക്കുക. ഐ കേഴ്സ് യു. പണ്ടത്തെ ഋഷിമാരൊക്കെ പറയും കേഴ്സ് യു. ശപിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പിന്നെ എടുക്കാൻ പറ്റൂല, അത് സംഭവിച്ചു തന്നെ ആവണം. So the line it is drawn, the curse it is cast. That change has already happened. Okay, it cannot be taken aback. So it must run its course until the superior outcome has been reached. Once it is started, it goes on. It must happen. That change must happen. So all the changes that we have talked about, the equality, racism, anti-war protest, civil rights movement, these are the changes that we are talking about. It has happened already. The line has been drawn by the youth, and the curse it is cast, because we cannot take it back. It is already cast its curse. Okay. The slow one now will later be fast. Slow one, by slow one he mentions African Americans and other minorities who are treated not equal in the society. Now they are not treated equal. They may be slow now. They may be slow because the authority lies in the faster ones. They are taking decisions. But the slow one now will later be fast, but they are going to be fast in the future. The times, 3 times throughout the lyrical ballad, he mentions this notion that the loser will later be the winners. Losers will be the winners. So now he tells that nowadays people are very slow. You may feel that they are very slow, they cannot bring about change, but see, with time they are going to be, it will be very fast. As the present now will later be past. It is like we always talk about the present, and today is the past. So like that, if today these minorities, blacks, Afro-Americans, or the protesters, civil rights movement protesters, if they are slow, they will be fast tomorrow. Like the past, the present is past tomorrow. All todays are past tomorrow. So it is this present time that we are talking about, and that present time the changes are happening. The order is rapidly fading. So there was an order, and that order is rapidly, very fast, it is changing. So those who are fighting for the freedom and the rights are now the minority. They can maybe very less in number, but they soon will be the ones ruling and making changes in the country. So, and there is a statement that Jesus said in the Bible. We can see many statements like biblical words. Many who are first will be last, and many who are last will be first. Matthew's words, Saint Matthew's words. So this is like that. What the slow one now will later be fast, as the present now will later be past. The order is rapidly fading. So the established order, now there is an order, rule, order, okay, established order, that is fading. It is getting dimmer. The order is rapidly fading, and the first one now will later be last. Now who is in the top of our country, the first one, will later be last. It shows that there is a change taking place very fast. For the times, they are changing. Everybody, everything is changing. So we are talking about all this, and it happened. And there were death threats against Bob Dylan for inspiring, for making youth on the road, because it influenced, his song influenced the youth very much, and they literally started fighting against the system. And he had guards when he had conferences with people, with media. So he by writing this song the song became a very prophetic one. It made the change, and later when he gave his speech, he tells that all his songs are very prophetic. Like he said, writers are very prophetic. So I think you have understood the concept. the background of it, go through the classes, make note of it, and if any doubts you have, please contact me. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful